Hey guys, you are watching the Game Flames here on the Fanily channel, and today we are showing you how to play Big Easy Busking by Weird Giraffe Games. This is the upgraded deluxe edition, so instead of plain square cube pieces, we have custom cut pieces. The deluxe version also comes with a few extra playing cards that we already have mixed in, and these card sleeves, which are unfortunately too shiny to record with, so we're not going to be using those today, but we just wanted to be clear that this comes with more than just the base game. So just to give you a little idea, these are our crowd cards. These are the different venues that we'll be playing at. Then we have our player cards, which are all the same art but just different highlight colors. And these are our song cards. There is no actual music associated to the game, but some of them also have this purple banner at the bottom. You only get one of these per game, but this is an ability song. Before we get too far into this, I'm McGann on this side, and Shin is over here on this side.
Hello.
I personally feel that this game is a little bit difficult to explain, so I think our best option is to just go into playing and let you guys watch us do it.
So the idea here is that you are a band playing on the streets of New Orleans for various crowds at various venues, and for anybody who's ever actually performed music before a live audience, you do draw a lot of energy from that crowd, especially if the music that you're playing is matching the tone that's being set by the crowd, by the venue. The game comes with several ability songs. That's a song that when you play them, they activate an additional ability. However, to play the game, you only need one out, so we've already drawn that one, we've set the rest aside. We are now going to take two songs from here, and we have Bird Blues and Skull and Bone Bebop. These are going to be standard songs that we can use at any given time as long as they're out, but they do have a surcharge. Now up here we have our hit songs, Ghost of Marie Laveau. It's got the apostrophe like Pokemon, Filet. Take the Filet train. And It's a Story by Tease. So you can see that each of these has a mood associated with it.
Which are these icons here at the top. We have
party music, romantic music, and chill music.
Chill.
You notice that there is a Fleur de Lis that is wild, counts as any song, and some songs do in fact match two separate moods.
Now, what is that good for? It's good for our locations.
So the locations and the moods are distinctly separate. We're going to start out here, and for the first round, you draw three separate venues. Now, I'll let my darling choose what moods are at these particular venues this particular evening.
And this is a blind poll, just for anybody. I cannot see inside this box from where I'm sitting. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so just randomly placing. We have a party place, a romantic place, and another party place.
Okay, so we have our player setups on either side. Right now, McGann is playing the white color. I am playing the purple color. You notice that you start out with three songs that each have a distinct border for your particular player color.
And you'll notice our player card has wooden tokens on them, minor trumpets. Shins are the Fleur de Lis. Fleur de Lis?
Fleur de Lis, I believe.
I do not speak French. There is a saxophone, drum, and trumpet icon on each player card. You put 4 of your tokens on top of each of those symbols, and you should have 3 left over to use for various things that could happen in the game. You also start with $3 tokens.
And of course, like all starving artists, your objective is to earn the most money possible over the course of the evening.
And so you'll notice these venues, $3, $2, $5.
But you'll also notice over here that we have indicators for if you pass a particular threshold at the venue.
So if you are the first place performer with the most tokens on this card at the end of the round, you will get the $3 mark. If you meet the quota to have enough players to get a second place, you will get the $1 mark.
But interestingly enough, it's not second place. All it is that people still enjoyed your performance. That's why it's a threshold. If you have at least one token there, you will earn that $1 at the end. Same way it's here, but if you have 4 tokens here at the end of the round, you'll earn $3. And yes, the person who gets first place there can also meet the threshold requirement and get additional money.
This is a fair point. This is a valid point for if you have more than 2 players. But as 2 players, I guess my brain was just going, oh yeah, second place, automatic. Also, there is a playlist on Spotify from Weird Giraffe Games to play with this game. It is not required. It is meant to set the mood. But unfortunately, for copyright reasons, we can't play things like Princess and the Frog here.
We ready to get started?
I think so. Lead us off.
So usually the first thing you do on your turn is finish a song, but as the rules expressly state, since it's the first turn, we haven't played anything yet, so we'll skip that part and move on to actions. On actions, you can learn a song, play a song, or just pass. If you want to learn a song, you can do it with any of these 3. Just pay 1 energy from each of your band members to take it into your hand. If you're going to play a song, which is what I'm going to do, you pay the appropriate energy for the song itself. I'm going to start things off. I'm looking at this big $5 payout at this particular venue, so I'm going to take my party song, which is the Beale Street Feels. I take 1 energy because the song has a requirement of 1 energy each.
So you take 1 from each column.
And that's now going to go over here. And we will wrap that up at the start of my next turn. I am now done with my turn.
So for my turn, I don't really love going after the $2 income, and I don't really want to compete for the $5 just yet. So I will take my party song that matches this coin right here, and we will set it here. And mine's a little bit different because mine is 1 saxophone, 2 drums, and 1 trumpet. So I have to take 1 out of the trumpet, 2 out of the drums, and 1 out of the saxophone to be able to play it.
Okay, and you are now playing at that particular venue. Goes back to me. I get to finish the song. So basically things are just going to wrap up. The first thing you need to check is the song you played matching the mood? If the mood on your song does not match the venue, then every piece of energy goes there. If it does, you get to do one of 2 things. You can either place all the energy on there and get $1, so getting the mood gets you a tip, or you can place any number of energy, but you can then bring whatever you don't spend back to your band. Because this has a threshold of 4, I am absolutely going to put all of these here. The song goes to the discard pile. I get my $1 tip. Now that I have finished the song, I can, on a 1-for-1 basis, spend $1 to take an energy from my reserve back onto my band. I'm going to skip that too, and just go straight to actions again. I'm really liking the fact that there are multiple party venues, so I believe that I'm going to spend 1 energy from each of my bandmates, goes to my reserve, and I am going to learn the Take the Filet Train. So this goes over here into my song repertoire, and I will now replace this. Since I learned a song and did not play, that is my turn, and I am done.
Okay, so on my turn, do I have to put all of my tokens on here to get the extra $1? Is that the rule?
Yep. So because the moods match, you either move everything and get $1, or you move however many you want and then take the rest back onto your band.
Okay, so for right now, what I think I want to do is put 3 of my tokens on this card, put 1 back here for the drums. So now this is discarded.
And for anyone wondering, yes, she can put that energy on any band member she wants. It doesn't need to conform to whatever the requirements were for that song.
And since I do have a romance song ready and available, I think I will do that again. And I have to take 1 from each of my columns here to make that happen. Now, do I have to replace my 2 missing cards up here?
No, that's the entire point of learning the songs. There's going to be this balance between how much energy you've got, how much money you make, and what you're able to play.
Okay, I'm going to live dangerously then. On to you.
Okay, so once again, if I had played a song, I would finish that up, but I learned last turn, so we're going to go to tipping. I'm still looking to be pretty okay right now, so we're going to go over to action. And I believe I will take the song I just learned and put it over here. That cost me 1 energy from my trumpet player, 1 energy from my drums, and that will be my turn.
I'm going to take all of these guys and put them on this crowd card. So now this goes into my discard pile. May I have my $1 for getting all my tokens on there?
Your $1 for getting all your tokens on there.
And I think I want to buy a song.
Learn a song.
I'm sorry, yes. Learn a song that I have to pay one of my dollar tokens
Nope,
to learn.
you pay your energy.
Oh,
now remember,
no, for these?
So here, these are not picked up. Whenever you play these, the ability card and the 2 standard songs, when they're done being played at the venue, will then go back. That way, if we ever exhaust the deck, we'll still have songs that we can play.
So do I spend $1 to get these?
If you want to use one of these, you need to spend its standard amount plus an extra 1 energy in surplus because it's part of the pool that anybody can use. When it comes back, though, this will flip and the next person to use it needs to pay 2.
So I don't pay dollars, I pay in tokens.
Correct.
Okay, and this wild one will go anywhere, yes?
Anywhere.
Okay. This might be a very risky move. I would like to buy the usage of that song.
Okay, so that'll be 2 saxophone, 2 drum, 1 trumpet.
And 1 of anything I want.
Which is basically, at the moment, your entire card.
It's only a trumpet, yes.
So where are you playing this?
I'm going to play this. I'm going to come fight you down here for the fancy, expensive venue.
Okay, we'll see if that pays off.
And I can still purchase things, yes? Or is that the end of my turn?
That will be the end of your turn.
Okay.
So it goes to my turn. I can see I've got some competition here, but I'm going to think about this for a second. So, I do believe I'm going to put 1 energy here. Now I've met the threshold, so I'll still get some kind of payout regardless. And I'm going to bring this back for my drummer. This goes to the discard pile. Since it looks like I'm going to be fighting for this one, I believe I'm going to pay $1 to take an energy over to my trumpet player, and I will also utilize... Oh, wait, and I still need to decide what I want to do with the big location, so I am instead going to play Royal Street Blues over here at this venue. So, 2 trumpet, 1 drum, 1 saxophone. That is the end of my turn.
All right, quick question on technicalities here.
Okay.
Do I have to save back at least 1 of my tokens to keep playing? Or if I put all my tokens on this card, is that the end of me? Meaning, if I take all of these tokens and put them on this card, can I still buy the tokens I have
absolutely.
available? Okay.
The round only ends when we all decide to pass.
Okay, so then I'm gonna do that and go for big money here, and this will go...
That goes back
to the hits section, and now it's a 2 instead of a 1 on there. And then I'm going to spend $3 I'll pay to the banker and give myself some music ability here. Although, unfortunately, there is nothing else I can really do at this moment because I don't have enough energy. Like, I could take one of these cards to learn it, but then I would not have enough energy to buy back or do anything. Although I do get $1 back, don't I, for putting all of those on there.
Thank you for reminding me.
Like I said, this game is a little bit tricky to get used to. You know what? Let's try this. I'm going to take my 3 guys out to learn a song. I am going to learn... This one seems good enough, so we'll put this over here in the to learn pile, but I cannot use it this turn. Flip over the next card, and I'm going to have to pass to play because I don't have anything to play with.
Okay, so if it goes to me, I'm going to finish this song. I will put all 4 on here and get myself my $1 for that. This goes to the discard pile. I will spend $1 during the tipping part of my turn to put a token here, and I'm going to spend 3 energy to learn Waxing Moon Blues, and that will be my turn.
So now that neither one of us are playing a song, and neither one of us have currently energy, is that the end of the round, or do we keep going? Okay.
So it still goes to your turn. You're not going to finish a song because you weren't playing one, but you still go through the tipping phase, and you can spend money to get energy back.
All right, I'm going to spend my last 2 coins here. I'm going to replenish my drums and my trumpet so that I can take the romance, put it over here, and that's really all I can do.
I'm going to do something similar in my turn, so during the tipping phase, I will put 2 energy, and mine are going to go onto saxophone and trumpet, and I'm going to play Waxing Moon Blues over here.
just so we can get this round finished up, I will spin both of my trumpets and put them over here. You go in the discard. I get $1 for using all of them. I guess I'll spend that $1 to buy something back, but it's not going to do me any good because I can't do anything else.
That's what I mean.
With it.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Oh, can I opt not to?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought I had to if I had the $1.
Nope, absolutely not. It's completely
optional. Then I will let it go, and that will be, I think, the end of me for this round.
Since I match the mood, I'm going to put my 1 energy here, so I'll make the threshold. And I will take this back with my 1 energy over here. I'm going to pass.
And I might as well pass as well, because there's nothing I can do.
Okay, so we're going to look at these venues individually. Oops, I'm sorry, I forgot to replace this.
But it's a moot point right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now for scoring. It is a very simple who has the most of their color of tokens on that card.
Well, for first place at least.
For first place, yes. So I have 3, so that means I get the big crowned $3 payout.
So here is $3 for you.
And whoever has at least 1 of any color on here also gets $1, and that includes me. So Shin and I both get $1 for that. And that is this card.
So this one...
I have 5 white trumpets. You have 4 of the fleur-de-lis. So that means I get $2 plus $1 for having at least 1 token on here.
And I also get $1 for having at least 1 token on here. So 1 for you, 1 for me.
And then finally our big $5 championship. You have 4... I have 2, 4, 6, so I will take my $5. And this one is a big haul because if you have 4 of a color, you also get an extra $3. So I will get $8 for this card. Shin will get 3. And unfortunately, this tutorial is running a little bit long, and we have so much to do before we leave for Gen Con, and we're trying to get this up in a timely manner.
So, the big things as to what happens now. Standard songs, everything gets returned back to only costing 1 additional.
Your player cards all get their 4 tokens in each column refilled.
You now have access to your entire song repertoire again, including the ones that you've learned. For round 2, you select 4 crowds and venues, and then on the 3rd and final round, you will actually select 5.
So it does get to be a bigger game where you can kind of do more maneuvering, and of course if you have more players, that opens for a lot more opportunities. But again, unfortunately, we are in a little bit of a time crunch, so we will hopefully live stream a full demo of this soon after Gen Con, but we wanted to prioritize getting a demo out so that there was something available for anybody who is out there seeing this game wanting to see how it works.
So even though we can't use the Spotify playlist, I will say it's full of a lot of really good jazz music, and it really helps set the mood. This game is really, really stylistic and has that whole idea of what it's like to be a street performer in New Orleans.
I will just briefly clarify, I mentioned Princess and the Frog being on the soundtrack earlier. It is in the playlist, but it is not the only thing in the playlist. There's a lot of classical jazz on there. Anyways, guys, this has been Big Easy Busking by Weird Giraffe Games. We will have a link in the description below for how you can get a copy for yourself. And other than that, please, if you have enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, whatever you want to do. It really helps us out. And we will see you in the next demo.
Well played, my Game Flame.
It's a pleasure, my Game Flame. If you had fun watching today's video, don't forget to subscribe so that you can see more, and let us know in the comments what other videos you might want to see in the future. Also, don't forget to check out our other channel, The Fangirl, where we talk about all kinds of movies, TV shows, and even books and comics. But viewer discretion is advised. See you next time, Fanily members!